is up, YouTube? My name is Nesty, and we are coming back to a video that I wanted to recreate for a little bit, but I never got the chance to. So we're here right now to redo this video. Some tips that you can use in pubs and ranked, maybe. I don't know. I'll probably make a ranked video separately, but for right now, this will be for pubs if you want to ranked. Okay, so our first part of this video will be about for beginners movement. And if you're a beginner, you might be wondering movement. I can run and slide, right? But no, I mean movement while fighting. Now let me show you some 99 movement. It's not too hard. You don't have to get a kit in 99. Here, I won't get a kit in 99. I'll just get like a blue mag with a white barrel and standard stock with the 1x HR. So what I mean is, you know, if you're a beginner, you probably run up to them and you do a little strafe and do like this. You know, plain and simple. But if you want to improve at Apex, I would recommend doing more movement than just strafing, because if you get to higher tier players, they are gonna gun you down, right? So this is what I mean. Slide in, boom. You keep crouching. You might miss some shots, but that's all right. Just start practicing your tracking and your aim while being hard to move will be great. Don't worry about my missing my shots, by the way. Alright, on to the next part of tips for Apex beginners. It will be about guns. What is your favorite gun? Ah, I can't hear you, by the way. Well, whatever your favorite gun may be, mine happens to be the 99. But whatever it is, let's just choose a close range gun that's your favorite. Let's worry about the snipers and stuff like that later. Okay. All right. Cool. So choose from like a pistol, an R301, whatever. You know, close range can be medium sometimes, but we're gonna focus on close range. So you gotta remember, with close range guns, you can't just be back. I know people that do this in the beginning stages. Don't do this, please. They just like. Like, come on now. If you're gonna have a close range gun, make sure your team's with you. You know, let's just 1-on-1. Go to duos and like start talking to people, and then start trying to find new players to play with, because I know people are like, oh, I don't have a stack online, just like me. I need to work on this myself, but you know, it's between you and me, okay? So yeah, you have to have a team that you can trust to push with you, and while you're pushing, you gotta make sure you're in the front lines. And as I was saying, you gotta get that movement down, you know? Slide on their ass, boom, 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 stab, you know, they did. Boom, into their face. Miss a couple of shots outside though. Wop, I'm not playing. I can't wop on this, I'm not gonna lie. What the hell? He's the chosen one. But yeah, don't be afraid to get in the fight, is what I'm saying. But, well, be afraid if you don't have a team. But if you do have a team, work on teamwork and choosing your favorite guns to go in close range with, and work on that gun's tracking and everything, and having your team behind you to give you backup. Alright, so what you want to work on now, after you get your movement and your tracking, you know, you're feeling pretty good. You're missing a few shots, but you know, you're getting some good damage, or 1 clips even. You know, good job. I'm proud of you, my new my new player to Apex. But now we gotta set on what guns are your favorite. Now think of some few, maybe a sniper. Nah, I don't give a shit, bro. Put those down and think of guns that you find often instead of just your favorite gun. Now, if I'm gonna be honest, I do not find the 99 often. I find a shitload of REs. So think of the guns that you're like, these are more common than my favorite gun that I'm really good with. If you're not really too confident in your aim with your favorite gun, then work on that. Take a step back from where we are right now and work on that. But if you think you're pretty solid with your favorite gun or like your preferred gun, then that's amazing. Good job. But now you got to go to guns that you find often, like the RE. What I like doing is when I'm practicing on guns I find a lot, I usually kit out the whole gun. So this is basically a gold RE, It's actually like kind of doo-doo, but it's alright. It might not be amazing, but you gotta practice on it. If you in a 1v1 situation and it's early game, homie, why you missing all your shots with the RE? Now, this is what you need to work on, just getting, bro. We ain't about to talk about that. I ain't good with RE myself. I'm not gonna lie. So now you just have to work on the RE, Havoc, whatever common guns you find that you're maybe not comfortable using or like not the best with, and completely kit out the gun. Now that you've done that, if you want to, you can take a step down, or you can completely get the gun fully like naked. Just the gun, no attachments. But if you're a beginner, I would recommend taking a step down instead of just going all the way down. If you want to, you can. That'd be a cool challenge for you. But for new players, I would not recommend that. I would just recommend taking a step down. So like you have a gold barrel, pick up a purple one. You had a freaking purple mag, get a blue one. You had a digi, choose one of these scopes. I would prefer that. And then, don't even use a quick draw. And now, you're gonna find that it's a little harder to use, but this is improvement, Now, you just had a freaking gold RE, so you were feeling pretty solid. Now your aim is like, oh, this is not that amazing, But don't worry, just keep practicing on these guns. Now, there might be a shitload of guns that you find a lot, but, Just work on one of them for now. You can work on the others in your free time. So now that we've gone past that stage of figuring out what guns that you find often, let's work on teamwork. Now, personally, as a Wraith main, people already know, oh, Wraith doesn't know what teamwork is. Well, let's be honest. Like, those are just the randoms you find. Let's talk about some pro play. Do you see any Wraiths that are pro throwing? Yeah, no, that's what I thought. They don't throw games. They're actually really smart with their placement and movement and, whatever they're doing. They're amazing, phenomenal players. Big ups to them. But now you just gotta work on teamwork. Now, I do know some people that have social anxiety and have trouble talking to other people, which is fine, If you're not comfortable with talking to someone, obviously this video is, to help you. You're not forced to do this, so, type of thing. But if you do want to truly improve, this could also help with your social anxiety a bit. I'm not a pro. I'm not a therapist or anything. But yeah, I would say this could help. Go to game chat more often. Instead of just playing with your friend. Well, hold on. Play with your friends all you want, okay? But, maybe when they're not online, I would say invest your time into finding new friends, finding new people, and try socializing a bit, and work on being a team instead of just using pings. Because pings, people, for some odd reason, people are really unresponsive to just pings. Like, if you're going to loot here, well, I mean, what? Don't worry about that. Okay. then we'll use attacking. If you're gonna attack someone, hey, boom, you knock someone, right? And then you get downed. Where's your teammate? I don't know. But if you have a mic on, you know, you don't have to, like, be really enthusiastic. You can just be like, hey, I'm gonna push this team over here. Move over to me real quick, you know? You don't have to be really enthusiastic or like, hey, yo, I'm pushing this team right here. Unless you, like, you know, you become friends, you know? I mean, if you want to be enthusiastic, whatever. I'm not gonna force you to do anything. But, you know what I mean. It's always about teamwork. And, a little secret that some people actually don't know about, which surprises me, honestly. But, it's a little secret. When you're in a good mood, you play better. I honestly was, like, bamboozled when I heard that. I'm like, dude, it's just about skill. I'm like, and he was like, yo, it's about skill, but it's also about your mood. If your mood is complete shit, and you're just, like, having a bad day, like, take some time off. And, like, talk to a friend. If your friend's not available, just relax, chill out, and, you know, take a break. You know? You don't have to be sweaty all day, like, yo, fuck, you know, like, you don't have to be crazy. And I personally, I knew this, but I was really used to being a toxic piece of shit. And that's another thing, but we'll go over that in a minute. So just work on being in a good mood, you know, or like at least a relaxed one. You don't have to be an amazing fucking, woo, I am fucking pumped, you know, but you at least should be relaxed and comfortable playing the game, not fucking dead out of your mind like I am on stream that you should go watch. Anastasia. Anyways, back to serious talk. As I was saying, you should be in a you should be in a good mood before you do anything. And now my friend's gonna go over to my YouTube channel and yell at me because I'm not in the best mood. Shut up! Okay? I have my moments. But yeah, don't worry, I also need to work on this, honestly. I'm working on not being as toxic and being in a better mood when I play. And learning to take breaks for myself. Don't push yourself so hard that you don't take breaks. Breaks are very important. So yeah, that's my third tip in beginners Apex. And intermediate, maybe pros. I doubt it though. But you know, hey pros, if you out there, you're welcome. If you didn't know this. Okay, on to the fourth tip. This is more a personal problem. But I'm gonna include it as a tip because it really annoys me. Now you can choose any sniper, but it happens more with the Kraber. I don't know why, but let me show you. I used to be really good with the Kraber. I haven't used it often because of unless I'm tripping. They made care package weapons rarer than normal. Than they used to be at least. So I don't really find the Kraber often. But unless you're in pubs, you can do whatever you want. But I mean, if you want to take the game seriously in pubs, you can do you. But with a Kraber or any sniper in particular, take your time with your shots. It may be called a pussy strat to hard scope, but like, yo, come on now. We're not freaking aimbotters out here, you know. We're not going for all that. We're just trying to have a good time, be relaxed, and, you know, play the game and do good. So you might be going, why didn't you go for the headshot? Now, people, for some odd reason, love going for the head. You know, man, I can kind of see it, you know. A headshot is a one knockdown, or even a whole kill if they're by themselves. That's crazy, you know, one whole headshot. It's freaking, it's crazy, you know. I can see why people would go for, like, headshots. But unless you are positive, or very high to positive, like close to positive, like I'm 90% sure. It's not 100, but I'm pretty positive I can hit it, you know. Then go for the shot. It's like, yeah, I'm pretty positive. Take the shot. But if you're not positive in the headshot, you got a Kraber or any sniper. I'm gonna say any sniper, but it's usually with the Kraber. Take your time. You know, be smart about it. Don't be a dumbass and be like the dumbass Pathfinder I found one time. He was only going for headshots and he was doing this. Got some freaking, I hit him on accident. Hold on, let me. Nah, I gotta take my time to miss. Like, I'm sorry. That sounded really I'm not. Damn. I'm not trying to show off. I'm sorry. I'm truly not. But I don't only go for headshots. If you're like missing headshots like this, don't go for them. Go for a good, you know, high chance you're gonna hit them in the body. Look at the damage. 145, fam. Do you know how much damage that is? Now, if it's like a Gibby, it's gonna take less damage, but still, it's more than 100 to the body. And to the arm, it's at least 99 above in damage. So remember, take your time with your shots. You don't have to freaking be quick scoping them. Or like only going for headshots. Just if you think you can hit the headshot, you can go for it, as I said. But like, you should mainly be going for body shots, in my opinion. Like, again, if you're positive in the headshot, then, you know, go for it, partner, you know? But if you're not positive in the freaking good old dink in the head, then go for body shots. It's not embarrassing to hit a body shot. It's a really good thing. And if you have, like, something that's not a ready evo, then you can just keep going for body shots, okay? It's not important to hit the head. You might be, again, if the stubborn people out there, you might be like, bro, the head does more damage. Shut up. I just explained it. Rewatch the video. I don't think you heard me correctly. Alright, that's my fourth, mostly personal, but fourth tip. Alright, so the fifth tip. If I'm gonna be honest, this is probably one of the most important tips. At the same time, not. It's what's your playstyle? Just think about it. Don't be like, oh, I just love rushing everything. No, actually think about it. What is your playstyle? Do you like rushing teams and just going a 3v1? I mean, what? 3v3? Sorry. Or are you the type of person to, you know, level up their evo first before they start fighting? You know, they have like a triple take or like a charge rifle or really easy guns to use that level up your evo, right? Like a more passive, more aggressive. What's your playstyle? Okay. Well, I can't hear you. But we're gonna go off of what your playstyle is, one by one, and I'll give you some recommended guns for that. So if you're sorry, that's on my throat. If you have a aggressive playstyle and you like pushing with your team, I would recommend a Hemlock, a 99, or a Volt. Now, if you like another gun that you think is really good for pushing, then go ahead. You can keep using that gun. But these are the three main guns that I would use in Season 7. I will probably update this in Season 8. It's only 3 days away. But I still want to make this video because, you know, why not? I'm going to update it soon. Season 8, baby. I'm probably going to do it like mid-season when I learn all the stuff. But anyways, and those are the three main guns you should be shooting for if you're going for an aggressive playstyle. Maybe Hemlock, I mean, what? Maybe Flatline. Flatlines I've been seeing is pretty good, but this is what I mean for close range. You know, you got your movement down. Boom. One clip. Knocked one. Boom. Down two. Boom. Down three. You know? If that's our type of playstyle, I would recommend those guns. Now, if you run a more kind of passive, neutral, more on the neutral side, but you sometimes play passive, you know? You know, obviously you have those games that you play aggressive, then, well, you got your guns. But the G7 and Hemlock, I recommend, are pretty good for neutral / aggressive. What I mean by that is, if you're getting pushed by a team, You know, you're gonna play defensive, not. I'm sorry, I'm tripping. If you want to play neutral, what I mean by that is you're more of a, you know, mid-range guy. I would recommend the G7 and Hemlock. These are the like some of the look at this. Look at that, dude. If I didn't reload right there, he'd be dead. So what you get for aiming for the head. Oh yeah, don't aim for the little mini tip and the big tip. Don't aim for the head on the Hemlock. Aim for the body. It goes up and it does more damage. Anyways, these are the type of guns you want to run. You know, a G7, Hemlock, or I would say an R301. Those are probably the 3 good guns right now. If you want to use a Spitfire, you can. Freaking hate that gun, but yeah. You know, that's your preference. If you like it, you like it. That's alright. I have nothing against you. But what I mean by neutral, by the way, I'm gonna say this again. Because I don't think I said it. Actually, yeah, I don't think I said it. So I'm gonna say it. What I mean by neutral is you can stay in the back and do pretty good damage. And maybe get a knock or two, but it's usually just assists. Unless you're like really good and you freaking destroy them. But if they push you, you got a side gun to use, you know? You're not gonna freaking get pushed. I mean, maybe. I don't know who you are. You could be a freaking god for all I know. But you're not gonna do this with a G7. You know? If you're getting pushed, you're probably gonna go in with the Hemlock. Bink. So this is like, you know, the side gun if you get pushed. Or if you want to use it as a mid-range. Freaking, this gun is like an all-purpose gun. But, you know, your preference. If you want to use a Spitfire, you can. Freaking hate that gun. And now, the passive. These guys. I don't really like passive players, but, you know, if it's your playstyle, again, I don't hold anything against you. Play however you want. But if you run a passive playstyle, I would recommend the charge rifle. Just kidding. If you're gonna hate the charge rifle. I would recommend a triple take. A triple take is a freaking, well, any sniper that you like actually, but I recommend myself the triple take. This gun is beastly for, you know, sitting in a safe spot, and if you want to get your shield up, you can. You know, if you're a, yeah, I can go a little further. You know, you're just in the hills chilling. You see an enemy, oh, I don't really want to fight them. Then don't fight them. But if you're playing a little passive, aggressive type of thing, you know, you want to poke some people, but you don't want to get in the fight. You know, bink, bink, bink. Oh shit, you know, I missed. Oh shit, bink, bink, bink. And this is a really good gun for if they're running away. So you might be able to get a kill by playing passive with a triple take. Is what I recommend. Or just wasting people's shields, you know. And then and then you can have the G7. What with it? What? You can have the triple take with like a 99 or like any close range gun, just in case you do get pushed. But for the most part, using a triple take, you're gonna have a pretty passive game, unless you move into a team. Then you can use the 99 or whatever close range guns you want. So yeah, that is it for tip number 5. For now, on to tip number 6. Oh yeah, by the way, low disclaimer. I'm sorry if like I keep jumping around the place with the cuts, but you know, I get rowdy. Yeah, I would like to cut the thing, like the video. Anyways, tip number 6 is a team composition. Now, this will kind of tailor back to the passive, neutral, and aggressive, but you can play these however you want, you know. So I would move it out of the tip number 5 and put it into its own tip. So, whoever you main, I'm gonna go over them one by one. This is gonna be a fun one. So, Bloodhound. If you're playing Bloodhound, you're probably gonna like chasing people. Then your team composition would most likely consist of a Bloodhound, a Bangalore, and a Wraith. By the way, I'm gonna put Wraith in almost every single comp because she's good for almost every single comp because of her portal. So, yeah, sorry if you hear Wraith in almost every single one. I said almost. It might be in every single one. But, you know. Anyways, I would say a Bloodhound and a Bangalore, if you're playing duos, a Bloodhound, Bangalore, and Wraith. What you do is, if you have a Bangalore, you can give your teammates wall hacks for like a hot second. You scan them, you can see them for like a pretty brief moment, and if you pop your ult, you can see through a smoke. And if your Bangalore has digis, you can kind of swap and swap out. So while your freaking Bangalore is like smoking and you scan, she has wall hacks. So she can pretty much hip fire. You know, this gives you the ability to hip fire without having to worry about missing too much. Or you can do aim down sights, whatever makes you comfortable. But once they're gone, you're going to rely on the digi. And so don't hip fire into smoke unless you know exactly where they are. Anyways, that is a pretty good comp, and it's pretty powerful in the right hands, honestly. Unless they have their Bloodhound too, then you're gonna have a pretty decent time. I would say if they do have a Bloodhound, knock him first. Or if they have a Caustic, I would try to knock him first. Because they are annoying as hell. When a Caustic puts his gas traps in there, you sometimes will walk into it without seeing it. Unless Bloodhound scans. And even if he does, if he pops his ult in there, you have to get out of the smoke, which puts you at a disadvantage because you can't really use your smoke against enemies if you can't access it. So, you know. And I think you know my reason for Bloodhound. Wall hacks and his ultimate. He can shred you guys. So yeah, if you have those two on the enemy team, or at least one of them, I'd recommend taking them out first when you smoke them. Or just taking them out beforehand and then smoke them for an easy squad wipe. And those are for the really aggressive players. And actually, hold on, let me take a step back. For Wraith, if you're in a tight spot and you pushed a fight and now you're like, oh shit, I don't think I can win this. Just camp in a spot for like a hot second and let your Wraith pop a portal out of the room. Or wherever you're in and go farther away. And your Bangalore can smoke out all the spots. And your Bloodhound can turn around. Bink. Oh, they're chasing us. Okay. Let's keep running. Or heal up and then blah, 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 and take them out if they're still chasing. Type of thing, okay? So that's where Wraith is. That's where, okay, I'm gonna say this early. That's where Wraith is gonna be in most of the aggressive or pretty neutral playstyles, by the way. So, I'm not gonna explain Wraith anymore. If you skip through the video and you're wondering why what is the purpose of Wraith in this comp? Well, I already told you. You freaking weirdo who skips through video. Nah, I'm playing. Anyways, let's go on to the next one of Gibby. Gibby. My playstyle was Gibby if I had one. Gibby, Watson, or Wraith. Those three are immaculate. Or you can have a Gibby, a Lifeline, and a Wraith. Those are pretty OP for aggressive. If you want to play a little more defensive, a little more neutral, more on the neutral side, you know, you camp a bit, but if you can, you go in for the kill. And if they push you, you know, you're bunkered, you know. So that's the Gibby, Watson, Wraith. But if you want to play all out aggressive, or if you want to camp, whatever, I don't know what you play. But this is how I would play it. Gibby, Lifeline, and Wraith. Now these people, if you have these three, what you can do is you can have the Gibby going first. Since he can soak up the damage, and he can dome, and he has an arm shield, so he can probably even get a knock by going in first. But usually he's gonna go in and freaking, like, you know, do damage to them, make them like, oh shit, there's a team here. Or like, oh shit, they're doing some pretty decent damage. Or even if Gibby misses, it's okay. We all miss sometimes. but he can just pop a dome and then you guys go in. And if he gets downed, which doesn't usually happen, but if he does, Lifeline goes in and res him. And then once you do that, I would say heal up and then push in as a team. You might be wondering why did Gibby go in first? You can just go in as a team anyways. I like doing that because they think they have an advantage, and it gets them a little cocky. This is how I play. This is pretty optional, but if you want to do what I do, you don't have to. You can do that, and then follow in shortly, or after a little bit. I don't know. You can do whatever you want with this composition. And Gibby, Watson, Wraith, I think you know where I'm going. Now onto Lifeline. She plays really aggressive, a really aggressive role, and she can play low campy with just the infinite heals and reses, and auto reses basically. So I don't know where she can go. I mean, I could make a squad for her, but I just said one, so I'm gonna go into Pathfinder. Pathfinder, he's really good for snipers if you have like a really pretty passive team, or you can have Pathfinder Crypto Rev, which is a pretty OP combo. I like this combo. I haven't played it too much because I main Wraith, obviously. So, you know, I've never really tried this out. But I have seen it in play, and I have tried it out a bit, but what you do is, if you want to push a team, you have the Crypto have his drone ready, you have his Revenant pop his ult, and then you have Pathfinder going with the zipline. And right when you have all that set up, everyone totems up, Crypto goes back in his drone, EMPs, and then you go in the zipline and push. So they don't have time to heal up. And even if they did, they'd be caught off guard, you know. So yeah, that's how I play Pathfinder aggressive. If you want to play him a little more passive, you know, as it says, grapple to get out of reach places quickly, or creates a zipline for everyone to use. You know, you get what I mean here. And you can also use insider knowledge. Oh, shit. Hold up. Technical difficulties. Okay. Shit. Back to fire range, but anyways. Technical difficulties. Anyways, as I was saying, he can use insider knowledge, which makes it so he can scan next ring. What the hell was that? Anyways, he knows where next ring is, and he can be a really campy comp. Pathfinder, Caustic, Watson, or Pathfinder, someone campy and Wraith or something, or whatever you want to do. You can do whatever with that, with Pathfinder. Now Wraith, she goes with everyone. Enough said. Bangalore, she goes really well with a good team that knows how to push in, and her ultimate can be used to escape or push. So yeah, I kind of already covered Bangalore and how she can play aggressive. But if you want to know how she can play passive, she can be your escape tool. You can have a really, really safe team. Also, you can have a Gibby, Bangalore, Wraith. So if you want to play aggressive, well, actually, this is more neutral. If you want to push and knowing you can get out, you have a Wraith portal and a Bangalore ult with smoke for cover and a dome. So if you want a really safe way to get out of a fight, Bangalore, Gibby, Wraith would be pretty good. Caustic. He kind of plays a role as Gibby, to create a, to soak up damage, basically, because they both have the Fortify. So yeah, Caustic can also play really campy with his gas. I think you guys already know that, though. So enough said, going to Mirage. Mirage, I don't really have a lot to say with him, and, I'm gonna just say he can play really, aggressive, and I don't really see him playing a passive role because he would give out your position if you had him, because he can use his bamboozle and give away your position because they're like, oh shit, there's a Mirage in the area, you know? So yeah, I don't really see him doing any of that. Octane. Oh shit. Octane, my boy. So, with Octane, he can, again, I think you guys already know, but he can go really fast, obviously, right? So he's a really aggressive player. You can use him with Bangalore and Octane. You both can get out pretty safely. Because they both have speed abilities, and they can both just, like, Octane can jump away, and Bangalore has her smoke, and, ultimate to cover her. You know, so, enough said, I think you can suss out a pretty good idea. Also, a little tip for Octane. Use your jump pad for your teammates so they can jump over to you. Or so your teammate can jump out of a bad situation. Or if they're downed and you're in the middle of a fight, pop a little jump pad for your teammate so he can get out of there so he doesn't get finished mid-fight, because people love doing that. Enough said about Wattson. I think you get where I'm going. Campy. Can play aggressive, but not really. Crypto. I think you guys already get it. He can play really passive and really aggressive, but he's more of a passive, I'm gonna freaking take your shield now and get his Evo up. So it's mostly free Evo and free camp, because you know where every zone's gonna be, basically. Revenant. Same exact thing. He's more of a... I freaking hate seeing this, but almost everyone's like aggressive passive. But yeah, with Revenant, you can play passive with just camping. And if someone comes into your building or wherever you're camping, you can death totem and then silence them. Or do it the other way around. Doesn't matter. So they can't run. And you have a death totem, so if they try fighting, you can be safe and sound. So yeah, enough said. Loba. Can I... Son of a bit. I'm getting kicked for inactivity even though I'm moving here, man. Okay, well, I'll do it from the freaking lobby, because this is my last step anyways. Okay, so, for Loba. She is a passive. I don't see her in an aggressive role. She can, but that just depends on the player. Her playstyle is not aggressive. Her ring is to get out of fights, rarely into ones, but mostly out, or to loot somewhere, or get there faster to get it. And her ultimate, I think you already know, it's the black market. So you can scrap items. So more of a passive player. Rarely has an aggressive role in the Apex games. Rampart. I don't really have much to say about Rampart, honestly. Just like campy. She does not play an aggressive role either. So I can't really... I think y'all can think of a composition yourself after all this talk. Rampart can, play campy. And, again, rarely aggressive. I don't see her playing aggressive because if you put up a wall, it will break instantly if they shoot it once. So, yikes. Now, Horizon. She will be buffed shortly. In next season of season 8, she will get nerfed. So, I'm probably gonna change this later, but right now she is probably one of the best. With her movement and her black hole being insanely powerful if used correctly. So yeah, her gravity lift can be really helpful for your team to get to high ground or to get out of a fight, honestly. If you're fighting on the low ground and you're trying to get out of a fight, and your team's also trying to get out, and there's like a low ledge or like there's a building next to you, use your low gravity lift and get up there. And if they chase you, you gun them down. Or keep running, whatever. Or you can just stay in the air, honestly. If you're just like Horizon and your team's not next to you, and they're like somewhere else fighting the other parts of that team, then you can just hover in the air and spin in circles, and you rarely will get hit. And you can just full heal, honestly. You can hit a whole Phoenix kit before she lands. So yeah, I don't really see her playing a passive role. It's mainly just aggressive, neutral play. I can see her fitting well with a Caustic Revenant or a like, um, a Gibby or like a Bloodhound Bangalore. So yeah, that is every single legend in what I think would say their role or comp is. And you can play however you want with these legends, but these are my tips. And finally, thank you for watching this video. It might not be the best, but I will work on getting better quality in Season 8. And hopefully, maybe, I might get like a little PC. And I can start, editing these videos how I want them to, because Share Factory ain't doing too much. But it does help. Thank you, Share Factory. But, again, I would like to edit these videos the way I want to. But I can't right now, but I will work on that later. In Season 8, maybe 9. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little tutorial tip thing for beginners and some intermediate players. If this helped, leave a like, maybe subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next stream on Twitch at Nesty Asian. See you guys later. Peace.